My brother and I fell for the same woman. Her name's Chen Yumo. She's my older sister. I'm shy and terrible with words. Every time I see her, I have no idea what to say. But my brother is a smooth talker, great with people. He always makes Sister Yumo happy, so I figured Sister Yumo must like my brother. That year, he got into college, but we brothers stuck together, and we couldn't possibly afford tuition or living costs. Later, my brother told me to work at a coal mine in Shanxi to pay for his schooling. He said we're brothers, so long as he finishes school. He promised he'd look after me properly later on. Coal mines paid well, but the job was also dangerous. For 4 whole years, there were plenty of safety accidents right where I worked. The scariest one was a coal mine collapse a while back. I was almost buried alive. I barely made it out alive, but I ended up hurt too. Afterwards, the mine boss just tossed me 20,000 yuan and called it even. Next thing you know, just a few days later, then my brother crashed his bike and broke his leg, needing hospital cash. So I sent that 20 grand the boss gave me to my brother. Then I rushed home right away. I had no clue which hospital my brother was in for treatment. No one picked up my calls. So I went to Aunt Wang next door to find out what was going on.
Zhang Fan, who did you hear that your brother was in the hospital from? I heard today's his girlfriend's birthday. Your brother's hosting dinner at that hotel up ahead.
Turns out my brother isn't even in the hospital, and he's got a girlfriend now.
It's super pricey in there. No less than a few thousand yuan. Your brother just graduated, and still hasn't landed a job yet. I have no clue where he even got that kind of money.
Let's be honest, this is pretty embarrassing. I saved money past 4 years, but I've never stayed at a fancy hotel like that. Money doesn't come easy for me. Every penny I make is hard-earned. But no, my brother, he actually dropped thousands treating his guests to dinner. I'm not saying he shouldn't celebrate his girlfriend's birthday, but he shouldn't spend that much. Stick to what you can afford. After all, we're not rich. No need to put on airs just to save face. Of course, what ticks me off even more is that he lied to me. These past few years, I've been so worried he'd go hungry or go without warm clothes. So even if I skimp on food and clothes, I wouldn't withhold even a single cent from him. But in the end, he had the nerve to lie to me about being hospitalized. I worked my fingers to the bone for that 20 grand I gave him. I was fuming, so I went to the hotel Aunt Wang mentioned. It was so opulent, just like a royal palace. Soon, a stunning face caught my eye. It was Sister Yumo, whom I hadn't seen in 4 years. Sister Yumo wore a black skirt. She wore a light-colored blouse that highlighted her graceful curves, looking elegant and classy, with a quiet sexiness. In that moment, my heart seemed to stand still. She was absolutely breathtaking. Sister Yumo spotted me right away. She hurried right over to me.
Zhang Fan, it's been so long. I'm Sister Yumo.
You just up and left 4 years back. I've been searching for any word of you ever since. But you vanished off the face of the earth. I couldn't track you down no matter what. It wasn't until 2 months ago. I only just heard from Brother Yong that you got married. Congratulations. Already married. That's so soon. Why didn't you bring your wife along this time? Let everyone get a look at her.
Hearing someone say I was married out of the blue, I just couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. I've been working in the coal mine for 4 straight years. Since when was I married? Just as I was about to explain, my brother also came out of the same private room Yumo just left. That day, my brother was in a sharp suit, wearing glasses, looking refined and totally like a scholar. On the other hand, I was dressed pretty plainly. I looked like someone who grew up poor. We two brothers were total night and day.
Zhang Fan, when do you get back? It is Yumo's birthday today. We're here to celebrate him. Yumo, everyone's waiting for you. Go on ahead first. I just want a quick private chat with Zhang Fan.
Sister Yumo shot me a fierce glare. Then she went inside. Up until then, it finally dawned on me. Turns out the girlfriend my Aunt Wang mentioned is actually Sister Yumo. I can't really say why. I suddenly got so mad.
Bro, weren't you in the hospital? I'm sorry, Zhang Fan.
Actually, I wasn't hurt. I lied to you. I just wanted to celebrate Yumo's birthday. I know making money is tough for you. Consider that 20,000 yuan as a loan from you. I'll definitely pay you back.
Why did you tell Yumo that I was married?
I know you're into Yumo too, but you need to get this straight. He likes me, and we've already been intimate.
Even if I'm being dumb, I still knew exactly what my brother meant, and my heart ached sharply. A sharp stabbing pain hit me. It took a long time to calm down.
I don't want to know about your business. I just want to know why you said I was married.
These two things had nothing to do with each other. But Yumo mentioned, you've been through so much these past few years. Dropped out of high school early to work and fund my schooling. He was worried you'd have to go through more hardship later on. So he wouldn't agree to date me until he first sorted out your marriage plans.
So I lied to him and told him you were already married.
You two have already slept together, yet you haven't even officially started dating. Sister Yumo's such an easy woman.
Zhang Fan, you still don't know Yumo, especially with that. Truth is, every woman reacts the exact same way. You'll get it once you have a girlfriend.
Big Sis Yumo really is that kind of woman. My heart's throbbing in waves. Later, my brother took me to the private room. Inside was 7 or 8 young guys. Every single one of them was his classmate. I don't know any of them. Towards the end of the dinner, a waiter wheeled in a cake cart. The cake was topped with a bouquet of roses. A tiny red box sat on top of the roses. My brother walked over and popped the box open. Turns out there is a diamond ring inside. Yumo.
Would you be my girlfriend?
Everyone in the room started cheering and teasing. Tell Sister Yumo to say yes to my brother.
Brother Yong, what do you think you're doing? We said we'd just grab dinner. How on earth did you get such an expensive gift? Take it back, please. I can't take this.
Honestly, he is just so fake.
Still having the nerve to pretend to turn me down. I never dared to confess my feelings to you before. It is because I couldn't take care of you. But now I've graduated college. I know I can make you happy. And on top of that, Xiaofan's already married. I don't have anything holding me back anymore. Yumo, please give me one chance. Let me take care of you, okay?
Zhang Fan, don't you have anything to say?
Xiaofan is my own younger brother. Of course, he wanted me to be with the person I love. Am I right, Xiaofan?
I liked Sister Yumo too, though. But I'm just someone who never even finished high school. How could I ever be good enough for her? Not to mention her relationship with my brother. She even had the nerve to ask what I thought how utterly ridiculous that was.
You two are a great match, and you'll be happy.
So should I thank you for your well wishes?
After saying those words, Sister Yumo slipped that diamond ring on in front of everyone. Make the most of your good times. That day, my brother got completely drunk. In the end, Sister Yumo and I took him home. My family lives down a narrow alley just outside the city. The entire alley is lined with early 20th century homes. Sister Yumo also lived in this alley back then, but her family was quite well off. They moved out quite early, after helping my brother into bed. Sister Yumo was exhausted too, cheeks flushed, panting on the bed's edge.
Yumo, it's getting late. Let me take you home.
When did I ever say I was heading home tonight? I'm your brother's girlfriend now. He's drunk. Shouldn't I stay and look after him? When you were drunk, didn't your wife look after you?
I grated my teeth with a bitter smile. Like I've got a wife, I don't even have a girlfriend, for that matter.
Why aren't you talking? Am I wrong here? Don't even talk about staying to look after him. Even sleeping with him should be only natural, right?
I thought to myself, you already slept with my brother, right? Is it really necessary to pretend to be so naive? But that kind of thing, I'll just keep this to myself. How could I ever call him out to his face? Losing to my older brother. I'm so unwilling to lose, but I have no choice but to accept it, right?
Did you and your wife only get intimate after tying the knot?
That gorgeous face was so close I could almost touch it. I felt a flutter and quickly stepped back a few paces.
There is a spare room upstairs. I'll go tidy up. You're sleeping upstairs tonight. I'll take care of my older brother.
I just turned around. I was yanked back by Sister Yumo right away.
Why on earth am I sleeping upstairs? This diamond ring he gave me today has to be worth at least a few thousand. Right? Your brother's been so good to me. I should give him my most precious thing too.
Sister Yumo, your family is so well off. A single ring's all it took to win you over.
Like you've ever given me a more precious gift before.
I was totally speechless.
Forget about giving me gifts. I'm afraid you've practically forgotten who I am. Right.
Once I dropped out of school, I immediately changed my phone number and deleted all contact details for Sister Mo. I was scared. I'd cave and reach out to her, but the memory of Sister Yumo is still burned into my mind, and I can never shake it off. Instead, I missed her even more.
So why didn't you contact me for 4 years? And even became a live-in son-in-law?
I don't get why Sister Yumo's grilling me like this. My mind was a mess, and I was clumsy with words, stammering, and couldn't explain myself.
Zhang Fan, you're always this quiet. You never open up about anything. How could anyone else possibly know what you're really thinking? What on earth have you been doing out there these past 4 years? Aren't you married? My brother's lying to me. Simon, say something.
I didn't say a single word that day. I knew Sister Yumo was already with my brother. So what if I told the truth? Finally, Sister Yumo gave me a disappointed look and went upstairs to sleep. I had no clue how much time had passed. I was half asleep and felt something was off. When I opened my eyes, I couldn't believe my eyes. The whole house was engulfed in flames. I rushed to my brother's room and shook him awake. My brother was terrified out of his mind. His first instinct was to run for his life. I grabbed my brother tightly.
Sister Yumo was still upstairs.
My brother looked panicked, and the fire was spreading rapidly. Without a word, he shook me off and bolted out of the yard. The house was burning out of control and would collapse any minute. If I ran right now, I'd have a good shot at getting out. Wait, what do I do about Sister Yumo? My brother already ran for it. Would I really just leave Sister Yumo to die? I had no clue where this sudden courage came from. I ran straight into the kitchen first, got my entire clothes soaked, then headed to Sister Yumo's room. The entire room was engulfed in flames. I could faintly hear Sister Yumo crying for help from inside the room. By the time I kicked the door open and rushed inside, Sister Yumo was already unconscious. Thankfully, the flames hadn't reached her yet. I've been doing manual labor these past 4 years, so I'm actually quite strong. But when facing these raging flames, my mind was growing hazy. I just remember carrying Sister Yumo and rushing out of the house. A wooden stick suddenly struck me right on the back. Next thing I knew, I passed out. When I finally came to, Sister Yumo was hugging my brother tight and sobbing. Neighbors from all around rushed over to help, though we managed to put out the fire, but the house was already burned down.
Sister Yumo, did you get hurt?
Now you finally remember me, huh? Where were you when the fire started? Thank goodness Brother Yang saved me. I would have been done for otherwise.
Hearing that, I couldn't help but glance at my brother Yumo, stunned.
I said I'd take care of you for the rest of my life. Even if it means giving up my life, I'll still protect you.
Brother Yang, I'm really touched. Thanks.
Even if I'm dumb, I noticed Sister Yumo had it wrong too. It wasn't my brother who saved her. It was me. Worse still, my brother even had the nerve to admit he saved Sister Yumo. That moment, I snapped. If I hadn't put him through school back then, I never would have ended up working in a coal mine. 4 years, I worked my tail off. Without luck, I'd have been buried alive long ago. But he couldn't care less about everything I did for him.
I saved you!
Moji glanced at Zhang Fan in surprise, but her eyes quickly grew calm again. Zhang Fan.
Run for your life when the house catches fire. Truth be told, I risked my life to save Yumo. How do you get to take credit for this? What on earth do you mean by that? Besides, Yumo is my girlfriend. Saving her was only natural. What right do you have to save her? And why should Yumo trust you?
Zhang Fan, your brother was right. Do you have any idea how much guts it takes to rush in and save someone back then? You'd put your life on the line to save me. If I were really that important to you, you wouldn't have gone 4 whole years without reaching out to me, would you? Let's leave this at that. I know full well who has done me a good turn.
Faced with Sister Yumo's grilling, I went quiet again. She's got a point. A guy who hasn't reached out to him in 4 whole years. How on earth would anyone save his life in a crisis? Nobody would buy that if I said it, right? That incident made me see my brother's true colors completely. Brotherly feelings, my foot, they mean nothing to him at all. He just hides behind brotherhood to control me. He uses me to squeeze every last cent out of me. The house burning down was a good thing for my brother. He had nowhere else to stay. After that day, Sister Yumo brought my brother back home with her. Sister Yumo's parents are both business owners, and their family is pretty well off. So her parents really didn't want my brother dating Yumo. But when they heard my brother had pulled Sister Yumo out of the burning fire, her parents then softened their stance toward my brother. On top of that, since my brother was a college student, they eventually gave their quiet approval to their relationship. I had nowhere else to go, so Antoine let me stay with her temporarily. Antoine was in her late 30s, pretty and kind. She'd looked out for us brothers all these years. Antoine asked me how the fire had started in my home. To be honest, I couldn't say for sure either. We went home and turned in for the night that day, without lighting any fires. The most probable cause was a faulty wiring short. It wasn't until the afternoon of the 3rd day I just found out this was no accident. I was cleaning up the burnt debris. Suddenly, someone burst in. Leading the group was a woman about my age, and she carried a rare noble air. Right behind her were 4 or 5 burly guys, with stern faces, icy stares, and an air of quiet authority. He stepped into the yard, glanced at the chart house. He stepped up to Zhang Fan and barked commandingly. Are you Zhang Fan, Zhang Yang's younger brother?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Just answer me first.
It is me, Zhang Fan.
You saved that woman from the raging fire that night. Your brother didn't even dare to save her. Yet, you risked your own life to save her. You? Really?
Hey, Sister Yumo. My brow furrowed. How could they possibly know about that? That damn woman's so lucky to have survived that.
Even that massive fire didn't kill you.
Who the hell are you? How on earth did you find out what went down that night?
I paid someone to set that fire. Like I wouldn't know.
Hearing that, I snapped instantly. My eyes went bloodshot too. The goons saw my bloodshot eyes, and before I could even strike, they rushed over and tackled me to the floor. I may have been strong, but those goons had me outmatched. No way to fight back.
Tell me where Zhang Yang is right now, or you die.
That was exactly the angle. I suddenly noticed what looked like a dark red birthmark on the woman's left eye. No wonder she wore sunglasses. I snorted. Out of nowhere, the woman squatted down and slapped me. She smacked me hard across the face.
Quit acting so tough. Who do you think you are? How dare you act up in front of me? Think I won't burn this place down again? Spit it out. Where exactly is Zhang Yang hiding? If you don't talk, I'll have no choice but to take it out on you.
I'm naturally quiet, but I have a stubborn temper. You have to go easy on me. I kept my head tilted and stayed silent.
Miss, we've got to put him in his place. Then he'll learn not to mess with us.
The woman gestured to stop, paused, then pulled out her phone and dialed a number.
Zhang Yong, your little brother's in my clutches. If you don't want him to get hurt, do it right now.
Before she could finish speaking, my brother hung up right away, fuming. The woman called him right back, but the phone's already dead.
This is what blood brothers are like today. That really opened my eyes. Zhang Fan, your brother crossed me, but he is hiding and won't show up. So I've got no choice but to take my anger out on you.
That heartless bastard. He doesn't deserve to be my brother.
The woman froze when she heard this. After coming to her senses, she ordered a few burly men to drag me into the room. Once inside, the woman took off her sunglasses. There was a big birthmark on her left eye. To be fair, she's every bit as pretty as Sister Yumo, but that birthmark on her left eye completely ruins her whole look. It looks pretty creepy at first glance.
I'm Wu Qian. I went to college with your brother. Back then, my brother went all out to win her over. She ended up falling for my brother, so she agreed to be his girlfriend. But later, Wu Qian found out my brother was being super flirty with tons of girls back in college. There were also several women who'd had abortions because of him. And my brother didn't like her one bit. He only dated her just to leech off the Wu family. That son of a bitch Zhang Yang toyed with my feelings. How are you gonna settle the score?
I never thought my brother would be someone who plays with people's emotions. But on second thought, he has always been such a two-faced person. He doesn't even care about brotherhood. What else wouldn't he do?
You've already burned our home this bad. What more do you want?
The other day, I heard Zhang Yang was throwing a birthday party for that woman. So I got some local thugs to teach them a lesson. But I never could have imagined they actually set fire to your house. One thing at a time, I'll cover every penny of the damages.
At this point, Wu Qian tossed me a card.
There is 200,000 yuan in it. That should cover the renovation, right? Okay, the house thing is taken care of. So what about my feelings your brother toyed with? How are you gonna make this right? I chop him into tiny pieces and feed him to the dogs. You're his own brother, aren't you? Are you gonna help him pay this back?
Back then, I would have taken on every burden for my brother without a second thought. But after everything that went down, I couldn't be more disappointed in him.
To put him through school, I dropped out of school, went to work in a coal mine, and suffered through hell, and I almost got buried alive. What about him? He blew all my hard-earned cash, trying to impress those girls. Did he even care if I lived or died? From now on, he's him, and I'm me. What he does is none of my business.
You think cutting ties with him will? Do you really think I'll let you off that easy? You two share the same mom. He is a scumbag, and you're any better. I know you know exactly where Zhang Yang is. Take a message to him. He has until dark tomorrow to come find me on his own. This is his last chance. Otherwise, I won't just let him get away with this. And neither you nor that woman will ever have it easy. You risked your life to save that woman from the blazing fire. This just shows how much you care about her. I don't think you'd ever want something like that to happen to her.
After Wu Qian left with those tough guys, I headed over to Sister Yumo's place. When I opened the door, Sister Yumo was all smiles. But as soon as she spotted me standing outside, her smile vanished right away.
It is you. What are you doing here? I'm looking for Zhang Yang. Your brother's out and hasn't come back yet. Just tell me whatever you need.
You won't be able to sort this out. Seeing he is not around, then I'll wait for him outside.
That upscale neighborhood is beautiful and scenic. Near Sister Yumo's place lies an artificial lake, with the sky darkening. A school of Kori were fighting over a few petals on the lake's surface. I sat on the nearby long wooden bench. Suddenly, light footsteps sounded behind me.
Look, I have the right to know about your brother.
I found Sister Yumo's tone really off-putting.
You only just started seeing him, though. How much say do you even have here? How much do you even know about his business? Anyway.
For the past 4 years, you vanished off the face of the earth. We went through so much just to track you down. We tried absolutely everything we could. Yet you ended up as their live-in son-in-law. How ridiculous. So, when it comes to everything that went down these past 4 years, I know way more than you do.
Zhang Yong hasn't heard from me either. Why not ask him? Where did the money for these 4 years come from?
When I said that, Sister Yumo's face instantly clouded over, her eyes brimming with suspicion.
You paid for his college these past 4 years.
I don't want to talk about the past anymore. Sister Yumo, if you even trust me a little, leave Zhang Yong right now.
Even though Sister Yumo's family is well off too, but compared to Wu Qian, she's clearly no match. So if Sister Yumo doesn't break up with Zhang Yong right away, she'll get caught up in all this.
You tell me to break up, I'll do it. Who do you think you are to me? Why the hell would I let you push me around? Do you like me? Do you like me too?
I do. I've liked you since I was little.
I didn't know where I got the courage to blurt out the stuff I'd kept bottled up. After I said that, my heart was pounding like crazy. I kept glancing around, too scared to meet Yumoji's eyes. We fell quiet, like time just froze.
You like me? Then why didn't you tell me sooner? The day your brother gave me that ring, I even asked you back then. You were the one who made me say yes to him, right? Honestly, I like you, Zhang Fan. Not your brother, Zhang Yang. All these years, I've been waiting for you to say this, but you were always so quiet, never opening up. How was I supposed to know what you were thinking?
I froze, staring at Yumo in total disbelief. She actually likes me.
I already promised your brother. You only just confessed you like me. Don't you think it is already too late? Zhang Fan, I hate you.
Yumo crouched down and broke down sobbing. In that moment, my heart ached too. It turns out Yumo likes me. That explains why when Zhang Yong gave her a diamond ring that day, she'd always ask for my opinion. She was waiting for my answer, that I liked her. I was such a fool. I even believed Zhang Yong when he said Sister Yumo was already his girlfriend.
Sister Yumo, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It is not me I'm apologizing for, but how I feel about you. For all these years, I've given you every chance. This whole mess is entirely your fault. Now that we've blown our chance, let's just leave this right here. Keep this in mind. I'm gonna be your brother's girlfriend from now on. He'd risk his life to save me. I'd never do him wrong.
I saved you that night, not Zhang Yao.
Do you think I'd believe that? I admit I used to like you, but after all we've been through, I finally see who you really are. You keep going on about how you like me, but you haven't even reached out to me once in 4 years. On top of that, you even became someone else's live-in son-in-law, while out living it up. Did you ever think about how I felt? You've got some nerve saying you love me. You really think one wife isn't enough, and you still have the gall to toy with my emotions. Zhang Fan, you're such a hypocrite. I never thought you'd be like this. Listen here, even if I'm not your brother's girlfriend, I'll never be with you from now on. All I feel for you is hatred.
You can tell Sister Yumo's got such a wrong idea about me. And all these misunderstandings were actually caused by Zhang Yong. I finally get why he told Sister Yumo I was married. He actually knew all along that Sister Yumo liked me. So he cooked up this lie just to rile up Sister Yumo. Let's be real, Zhang Yong is a pro at messing with people's feelings. But that's a different story. I can't just stand by just because Sister Yumo misunderstood me.
I didn't mess with anyone's feelings. It was Zhang Yao. Actually, he's seeing a lot of different women. You're just one of the bunch.
Smack. Sister Yumo slapped me hard across the face. Don't you dare badmouth Brother Yong.
What he is really like. We know better than you. You're a total scumbag, but he is definitely not.
My face was stinging, but my heart ached even more. Just then, Zhang Yong came back. He must have known Wu Qian had come to find me, so he was kind of guilty. He couldn't even look me in the eyes. Then walked over and spotted Sister Yumo, teary-eyed. Her face still had tear streaks.
What is wrong? Did I pick on you? Zhang Fan, though you're my own younger brother, but Yumo's the woman I'd lay down my life for. If you dare spout trash in front of her, then don't blame me for throwing our brotherhood aside.
Zhang Yong's a real smooth talker. While he was threatening me, he was actually putting Sister Yumo at ease. To let Sister Yumo know he'd never hurt her. Now that we've totally fallen out, I'm not holding back anymore.
I was talking rubbish. Do you know, Wu Qian? He asked me to pass you a message before dark tomorrow. You'd better go find him on your own, or you'll be in deep trouble.
Who is Wu Chen? I don't know her at all. Zhang Fan, I get what you're saying. They just wanted Yumo to stay away from me. But there is no way Yumo would fall for your cheap little lines. Yumo, trust me, I swear I don't even know Wu Chen.
Brother Yong, if I can't even trust you this much, then I don't deserve to be your girlfriend at all.
Hearing that made my teeth ache with rage. Zhang Yong was beaming with smug pride, then slung his arm around Sister Yumo's waist, walked right past me. I had no clue if Zhang Yong went looking for Wu Qian the next day. But when night fell, two burly guys suddenly tracked me down. Someone said Wu Qian wanted to see me. This guy was one of Wu Qian's men. I was taken to a famous leisure resort on the outskirts. Later I learned this resort was actually one of the Wu family's properties. When I met Wu Qi, she sat in a game room. She'd taken off her sunglasses. The birthmark on her left eye was really noticeable.
What I asked you to do yesterday, did you get it done?
I nodded.
But he still hasn't come looking for me. Does he really think I don't have any idea where he is hiding?
Honestly, Wu Qian's got real presence. He slammed his hand on the table. Me and those two burly guys both got a scare.
Miss, I just got a call. We found them, and we brought Chen Yumo over too.
My chest tightened suddenly. Sister Yumo was also brought in.
If it weren't for you leading the way yesterday, I never would have found where those two scumbags were hiding.
That is when I realized. When I stopped by Sister Yumo's place yesterday, I was tailed by Wu Qian's goons. Even though Sister Yumo totally misjudged me, but I really don't want anything bad to happen to her.
Miss Wu, honestly, Sister Yumo has no idea about your relationship with Zhang Yong, so you shouldn't label her as the other woman.
Talking about that woman, I'm seething with rage. One more word out of you, I'll have my goons slice your tongue out.
Roughly 10 minutes later, Wu Qian's goons dragged Zhang Yong and Sister Yumo inside. Upon spotting Zhang Yong, Wu Qian lunged at and attacked him. Zhang Yong tried to fight back at first, but before he could even react, a big goon behind him decked him flat on the ground. Wu Qian followed up with several brutal kicks to Zhang Yong. I was standing right there, and that woman totally scared the hell out of me.
Stop this right now. What gives you the right to hit people? Or I'll call the cops.
Turns out this young woman is pretty. No wonder Zhang Yong, this son of a bitch, betrayed me. Cross me, and you'll pay a heavy price.
Sister Yumo stared at Zhang Yong in surprise. Yumo, she must have figured out their past relationship.
It was my fault. I shouldn't have lied to you. I dated him for a while, but later I figured out we just weren't right for each other. so we broke up. You're the one I truly love.
Hearing this, Wu Qian snatched the ashtray off the poker table and was about to bash Zhang Yang over the head. The burly guy next to her rushed to stop her. Someone was gonna die.
What is his life even worth? Who cares? I can afford to cover it.
She talked tough, but didn't actually follow through. She let out a cold snort and went on. Zhang Yang.
You listen up, and listen real good. It wasn't you who dumped me. Me? I dumped you. You're scum. You couldn't even shine my shoes. But you've totally pissed me off. Don't you have a thing for this woman? Then I'll make you watch it. I'll make you wish you were dead. Tonight, you're all in for a treat.
When Wu Qian gave a look, burly guys dragged Sister Yumo into the next room. Sister Yumo was terrified and fought like crazy.
Wu Qian, I beg you, don't hurt him. I'll do anything you say. I'll do absolutely anything.
Then go break one of your own arms. Then I'll spare him.
Zhang Yang had a vacant gaze, his face ashen.
You're scared?
Wu Qian kicked Zhang Yang over.
I knew. I'd already given you your chance. Then don't blame me for being cold-blooded.
Take her away. Soon after, Sister Yumo was dragged out by several burly men, but 2 burly men stayed behind to guard the room. I knew I stood no chance against them, so I didn't dare act recklessly. Instead, I pulled out the card Wu Qian gave me.
Miss Wu, I'm paying you back this 200. Just to let Sister Yumo go.
I'm short on that 200.
I know you don't need that money, but blame belongs where it is due. Sister, Yumo's really innocent. Miss Wu, please let her go, okay?
Trade an arm for her safety. Dare you?
Honestly, I was terrified too.
You just froze. Guess you're just a coward.
I dare, but you'd better keep your word.
Wu Qian's eyes flickered with surprise. Then she paused. He gave those 2 thugs a sharp look. They closed right in on me. One clamped my right hand down on the poker table. The other grabbed the stool.
Kid, think hard. If I swing the stool at you, this arm will be useless for good. That woman's your brother's girl. He wouldn't dare. Quit playing the hero.
I was sweating bullets back then, but even so, I couldn't let anyone do that to Sister Yumo. I didn't say a thing, just clamped my eyes shut. My whole body tensed right up. About 10 seconds later, a loud thud sounded. Then a scream cut through the air. I snapped my eyes open. Zhang Yong's right hand was already a bloody mess. The veins on his face popped out from the pain. His face twisted into a terrifying grimace.
Zhang Yong, we're done with all our bad blood from now on. Remember, don't mess with me ever again. You can't handle this.
Later, Wu Qian paid Zhang Yong's medical bills. Then she let them go. Sister Yumo saw Zhang Yong's right hand and broke down crying. She must have thought Zhang Yong cut off his own hand to save her. But that's not true at all. Zhang Yong never expected that stool would land right on his hand. Looking at Yumo's worried, heartbroken face, I wish more than anything it was me who took the beating. Even if my arm got broken, it'd be worth it. After we left Ixusia Manor, Sister Yumo rushed Zhang Yong to the hospital right away. Even though I hated him, I still couldn't help going to the hospital. Zhang Yong had multiple fractures in his right hand and had minimally invasive surgery that same night. Zhang Yong was moved to a regular ward the next morning. When I walked in to see him, Zhang Yong suddenly asked, Zhang Fan,
You're my real brother. Why did you hurt me and Yumo?
I was totally confused by his words. Yumo looked at me, confused.
Don't play dumb. Wu Qian gave you that card, right? You don't have 200,000 yuan. Why'd he give you that much money? He's never even met Yumo. Not to mention, he even knows where Yumo lives. Huh. You definitely betrayed us. I thought of you as my own brother, yet you tried to murder me. At least harming me would have been one thing. But Yumo's completely innocent. If I hadn't cut off one of my hands, Yumo would have been raped by those thugs. Zhang Fan, if you can't have Yumo, you'll ruin her. You're so cruel. Get out. Don't ever let me see you again.
I never expected Zhang Yong to turn on me like this.
Zhang Fan, everything Brother Yong said is true. You took that woman's money.
Yumo's card is right on his person. Frisk him if you don't believe me. And last night, I firsthand heard him say that the 200,000 yuan in the card was from Wu Qian.
Hearing this, Sister Yumo totally lost it. Her eyes bloodshot. She yelled at me.
Zhang Fan, you said you liked me. This is what you call liking me. You heartless bastard. Get out. I never want to see you again ever.
I tried to explain, but Sister Yumo was totally worked up. She wouldn't listen to me at all, and Zhang Yong was stoking the fire. Sister Yumo treated me like a total enemy. She kicked and threw me out of the hospital room. I was fuming too. Why does Sister Yumo trust Zhang Yong this much? But she's never once trusted me. I risked everything, rushing into the fiery blaze to save him. When he was getting picked on, I'd trade an arm just to keep him safe. But in the end, all I've done doesn't hold a candle to Zhang Yong's few throwaway remarks. I'm so disappointed. Utterly crushed. Now that she trusts Zhang Yong this much, and thinks he is a good guy, then I'll just leave her to it. From now on, anything to do with him, I'm done meddling. Just as I walked out of the hospital, a fancy expensive car was parked outside the hospital entrance, with a window halfway down, giving a perfect view of Wu Qian's elegant side profile. Truth be told, if not for that birthmark, Wu Qian would be an absolute stunner. Naturally, if not for that birthmark, I don't reckon Zhang Yong would have left her.
Hopping. Where to? You think I'd eat you? Samon, I've got a birthmark on my face. Simon, I've got tons of guys chasing after me. Even a picky lady like you wouldn't look twice at those guys anyway.
I hesitated for a second, then walked over and asked, "Why'd you call me here today?"
Your beef with Zhang Yang. Why'd you drag me into this? Zhang Yang actually said I ratted them out.
He can say whatever he wants. Whatever he feels like saying. Who is gonna stop him? Besides, do you even care what that scumbag says?
What matters isn't what Zhang Yang said, but how Yumo views me. Here is your card back.
Hey, is this guy crazy? Just because of what Zhang Yang said, you're not even taking this 200.
This isn't a bribe, it's compensation. Don't you want to fix up your house? You're a proper young lady from the Wu family. As long as you don't give me any more trouble, I'd be thanking my lucky stars. Keep your money. I'm just afraid I'll get the money but die before I can spend it.
Wu Qian comes from a wealthy, privileged background. We're from totally different worlds. If I take that 200 grand, and he backs out later, I'm afraid I'll end up paying back way more than 200 grand. For the past 4 years, I've been pinching pennies, and I've managed to put aside a little cash. I'm gonna get a job first, then fix up the house once I've got steady income. So making cash is my top priority right now. During these last few days, I was job hunting all over the place. But in the end, I got turned down everywhere for lacking the right education. That afternoon, I ran into Fatty right when stepping into the alley after job hunting. His name's Hichang. We've been pals since we were kids, but he dropped out before I did, and we hadn't crossed paths since then. Later, I sat with Fatty at a street-side BBQ stall drinking beers.
It's so tough to make it out here. I don't know anyone, and I'm totally new to this place. When I ran into trouble, no one would help me. I might as well head back home to make a living. Even if I make less money, at least I'll be living easy.
Fatty and I felt exactly the same way. People who make a living far from home often miss their hometowns. But without a proper education, landing a decent job in the city is totally out of the question.
I've been learning how to barbecue at a BBQ joint since last year. I've got the know-how, but no startup cash. Otherwise, I could open a BBQ stall out of town and make a living.
The owner of the roadside BBQ stand is a middle-aged guy. When he heard Fatty and me talking about the BBQ stall, he showed up with a few beers and joined us for drinks.
I've run a BBQ joint for over 10 years. And I'm totally fed up with it. Now all my kids have started working. I'm selling my barbecue stall, asking only enough to cover costs.
Fatty and I were both tipsy, acting on a whim. We talked it over. We decided to take over the barbecue stall. We finally settled on a price of 120,000 yuan. Fatty didn't have any cash, but he knew the trade. I'd put up the money while he brought his skills. We split the profits 3-7. He took 3, I took 7. 3 for him, 7 for me. After we signed the contract, we also fixed up the shop a bit. It took over 10 days before we officially opened. Business was decent then, with a dozen tables. Fatty and I were totally swamped. Later, Aunt Wang and her daughter came to help out at the shop too. At last, we were able to breathe a little easier after a group of customers finished up and left. I was just about to take a quick break. A familiar car pulled up to the curb. It was a champagne-colored BMW. The car doors opened, and then Sister Yumo and Zhang Yang stepped out.
Yumo, now you believe what I told you, huh? Had it not been for the cash Wu Qian gave him, how could he possibly afford to take over this BBQ joint?
Hey, Brother Fan, aren't those Brother Yang and Sister Yumo? Let's just leave them alone.
After that, I headed inside the shop.
Zhang Fan, come over. I need to talk to you.
I hesitated for a moment before finally walking over. What is up?
The house burned down, so there is no point in keeping it. Someone's interested in buying it now, so I've decided to sell the house.
I'm totally against selling the house. This house is the only thing my parents left us. We can't sell it no matter how much they offer.
The house was burned to a crisp. What is the point of keeping it? I'm the oldest. And this is my call. Whether you agree or not, won't change a thing. They offered 400, and we'll split the sale money evenly. Even though you've done me so wrong, you can be cruel, but that doesn't mean I have to stoop to your level. You won't get a penny less.
I told you the house burned down. You know exactly why this happened, don't you? Zhang Yao, this house was left by our parents, and I'm entitled to my share. Before I agree to this, nobody gets to mess with this house.
Zhang Yang got all red-faced after I talked to him.
The house is so badly burned, there's no point keeping it anymore.
Shut up! You're just his girlfriend. Hardly even his fiancé. You've got no right to sell my family's house.
That was the first time I snapped at Sister Yumo. Sister Yumo went deathly pale with anger and didn't say a word after that.
Alright, we'll split the house 50-50. I'll sell my half. Will this do? Zhang Yang?
After all, you're a college grad. Do you really need to sell your house to get by? Besides, she's your girlfriend, right? Her family's definitely not hurting for this cash. You're such a smooth talker. Why not just leech off a woman for good? Anyway, some smuck can't even see what's right in front of them. Total pushover. Easy to trick.
Who are you calling blind?
Zhang Fan, shut your mouth right now. I'm going after Yumo Kas. I like her. Not that I'm after her family's money. I'll give him happiness through my own hard work, not mooch off him. You think I'd sell out my own brother just to open this BBQ joint like you did? I'm a man with backbone.
I sneered. Wang Yi and Fatty saw us arguing, so they hurried right over to smooth things over.
Xiaoyong, we can talk about the house later. No rush. Xiaofan's shop just opened today. If you guys have nothing better to do, come by and check it out.
Brother Yong, sister, Yumo Tode's on me. And while you're at it, try my cooking. Let me know what needs work. Feel free to share your thoughts, everyone.
Aunt Wang spoke up first. Zhang Yong had to go along out of respect. Plus, Fatty warmly invited them. In the end, Zhang Yong and sister Yumo stuck around. When Fatty headed over to pour some tea, Zhang Yong suddenly spoke sarcastically. Hichao, Zhang Yong then continued sarcastically.
This shop is co-run by you and Zhang Fan. Given that we've known each other since childhood, let me give you a few words of advice. Zhang Fan's the type who'd sell out anyone, even family, for money. When doing business with him, you need to stay on your guard. Don't get betrayed by him and still help him count the cash.
Brother Yong, Fan and I've grown up together since we were kids.
He's not the guy you said he is. People change, Hichang.
Look, just remember this. Don't wish harm on anyone, but always stay on your guard.
He Qiang kept nodding. Late that evening, another table of guests showed up. 7 or 8 young men, some with chest tattoos. The women are wearing revealing clothes. From what they were talking about, they run a used car lot. I've heard that before. Back in the day, lots of local thugs got into the used car business. Those guys were clearly up to no good, so I served them carefully, trying to avoid any trouble. More often than not, you'll get exactly what you fear. When Aunt Wang came over to serve them, a bald guy nearby groped Aunt Wang when she wasn't paying attention. Aunt Wang snapped and slapped him right back. Those young lads flipped instantly, overturning tables and smashing stools. Then they even threatened to take Aunt Wang away to teach her a lesson. Aunt Wang just came to help. I absolutely wasn't going to let those young men take her away. Yet after I pleaded with them nicely for quite a while, they still refused to budge an inch. They even started to beat me up. Seeing this, Zhang Yong hurriedly dragged Sister Yumo away. Scared I dragged them into trouble.
Brother Yong, we've known Aunt Wang since we were little. Now that we've bumped into them, we can't let them run wild.
Keep it down. Don't let them overhear. They're all from used car lots. The truth is, they hide behind legal fronts to break the law. We can't stick our noses into this. Wu Qian gave them some dirty cash. They'll dare to do business just for that. Does he really think running a BBQ joint is that easy? You'll run into all kinds of people out there. At the end of the day, to make it here, you've got to play both sides. It's all the better if the shop gets trashed. Anyway, the money he used to open the shop was dirty money. That's exactly what he deserves.
Sister Yumo looked up at me. Her expression was pretty complicated.
But quit with the buts. Yumo, how could you forget how this hand got hurt? If he hadn't sold us out, we never would have ended up in Wu Chen's hands. You wouldn't even get caught up in this. Even if this whole mess started with me, surely he wouldn't hurt us just for the money, right?
Hearing Zhang Yong say that, Sister Yumo's eyes suddenly shifted, and she turned and walked toward the parking spot. Just then, out of nowhere, over a dozen luxury cars pulled up along the roadside. The cheapest one cost over $1 million. As soon as they pulled to a stop, a dozen or so young people stepped out, and the owner of the priciest car was none other than Wu Qian. Wu Qian wore sunglasses when she saw the barbecue stall in total chaos.
She asked me right away, what is going on with Zhang Fan? Who did this to it?
Not me. Not me.
Like you'd dare.
Then she walked straight up to those bald guys.
Did you guys trash the used car?
These guys saw that Wu Qian and her friends' cars were all worth a fortune. They must have figured these folks had some serious clout, so they didn't dare move an inch.
Hey, miss, don't get mixed up in this. We're from Mingcheng Used Car Dealership. Our boss is Zhang Liu. Bet you've heard of us, right?
Nobody saw this coming. The second the bald guy finished talking, Wu Qian slapped him right on the spot.
You should ask him if he's heard of the Wu Group.
Wu Qian's only about 1.65 meters tall, but this bald guy's not just tall and burly. He's also got a mean beefy face. Standing face to face, they made such a stark contrast. Even so, Wu Qian still totally has the upper hand over that bald guy. Honestly, I was totally blown away by Wu Qian. Although she's a spoiled rich girl, that bald guy and his crew are clearly local toughs. It takes real guts to pick a fight with them. Of course, what really surprises me is why she stood up for me like that.
Listen up, every last one of you. Zhang Fan is mine, Wu Qian. Whoever messes with him, that's crossing me, Wu Qian.
Everyone just froze for a second.
When did I ever belong to you? Cut the crap.
I really appreciate Wu Qian standing up for me, but I can't twist the facts. Wu Qian just smiled faintly when I wasn't paying attention. She pinched my chin with her right hand.
I wasn't his before, but starting right now, Zhang Fan is mine, Wu Qian. I'll have your back from now on. If anyone dares to pick on you, just tell me. I'll take care of this for you.
I never in a million years expected this. I can't believe I actually got hit on by Wu Qian. I stumbled back, face burning like fire. Had no clue what Zhang Yong was going through, but his eyes were blazing with rage. He puffed out his cheeks, radiating unbridled malice.
Your backup's here. Ain't you gonna leave?
Zhang Yong's face was ashen, while Yumo wore a complicated, unreadable expression. She gritted her teeth, shot me a sharp look, then stormed off. The bald dude also backed down, quickly bowed to Wu Qian and started groveling.
Miss Wu, never again will I come here messing around.
I know Zhang Liu used to run with gangs back in the day, but when it comes to local criminal gangs, I, Wu Qian, will never stand for this.
Yeah.
Seeing you guys are taking responsibility nicely, I'll let you off the hook this time. but you have to pay full price for everything you smashed. Any objections?
No, that's only fair. I'll cover all the costs.
Zhang Fan, tally this up. How much are all the smashed things worth?
Honestly, I never even gave this a second thought. Not that I don't care about the money, though, but I just don't want to owe war favor. Later, the bald guy threw down 2,000 yuan, apologized to Aunt Wang, bolted with his crew in panic.
Miss Wu, I can't thank you enough for today. If you hadn't stepped in, they never would have let this slide.
Not at all, Auntie. I'm tight with Zhang Fan. His problems are mine too.
Honestly, I instinctively glanced away. Wu Tian's really hard to read. You know, who knows what his real angle was for helping me.
Brother Fan, you actually know Miss Wu. She's such a wealthy heiress. Never heard you mention her before. Huh? With Miss Wu looking out for us here, we'll definitely be totally safe.
Don't mention it. I'm Wu Qian. If you ever run into trouble later, just say my name, Wu Qian. Even the cops and the triads will cut me some slack.
Every day after that, Wu Qian would bring a crew of rich kids by to support the spot. Over a dozen luxury cars parked out front, and it was really hard to miss. But deep down, I knew exactly what was going on. Those rich kids definitely didn't want to eat at a street-side BBQ joint. None of them have ever eaten at a spot this cheap in their whole lives. They only came here to spend money just because of Wu Qian. Sometimes they'd call me bro to act all chummy. It felt like I was totally one of their crowd. But those rich kids are loaded. They drop at least a few $1,000s a day. Even if they don't eat or drink at all, they still have to drop their cash here. I opened this spot to make money, so I have nothing against money. But after some time, I just felt fed up. Plus, why did Wu Qian go out of her way to help me? I only met her once. We barely know each other. We weren't even friends. 10 days just went by like that. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to get to the bottom of this with Wu Qian that night. Business at the shop was still going strong. I was swamped. Zhang Yong and Sister Yumo showed up again. I thought they'd come for dinner, so I sent the new server to wait on them. But Zhang Yong specifically called me over. When I got there, he got straight to the point and tossed a bank card onto the table.
Zhang Fan, I sold my house for 400. We each get 200. I told you I wouldn't shortchange you a single cent. You're 20 grand on this card.
Hearing this out of the blue, I snapped and lunged to grab Zhang Yong by the collar. I balled my fists and was about to beat him up.
Zhang Fan, let go of Brother Yong. Don't think that just because someone's got your back, you can run rampant.
Yumo, let him hit me. I won't fight back one bit. He has got some big backup now. He has hitched his wagon to the Wu family. What do I even mean to him?
I asked around. Renovating your house will cost at least 200,000 yuan. But even after fixing it up, it'll only fetch a max of 500,000 yuan. Now, someone's offering 400 for the house. This is a great deal, so selling makes sense. Besides, Brother Yong hasn't shortchanged you even a penny, even though you wronged him, but he still treated you fairly. Still not satisfied.
This house was left to me by my folks. For me, this isn't just a home. It is a reminder of them. House sold, home gone. That memory's broken too.
I was so mad. I decked Zhang Yong right in the face. Zhang Yong wasn't in great shape, yet I've been doing manual labor for 4 years. He couldn't take that punch. He went down instantly. Sister Yumo shoved me aside, grabbed Zhang Yong, and yelled, "Zhang Fan."
You're a total asshole.
Yumo, don't hold him back. Let him hit me. I dare him to beat me to death, or even cripple me.
I below a feels the second Zhang Yong opens his mouth. I was gonna swing again. Chunky dude rushed over and pulled me away. All the diners were staring at me. That was really not a good look.
Zhang Yong, just you wait.
You threatened me, Zhang Fan. If anything happens to me down the line, it is totally your fault.
Hey Yong, get in the car. He's totally out of his mind. Completely unreasonable.
While she talked, Yumo shoved Yong into the car and drove off. Shortly after, the car came back. Only Yumo was inside. She got out and stood by the road. I knew she had something to say, so I walked over to her.
Don't you think you've gone too far? You two are real brothers. Even though you did him wrong. But he still cares about being brothers. And what about you? You keep hurting him over and over. You've torn apart your brotherhood time and time again. I never thought 4 years could turn things this bad. You'll do anything for money. Is money really that big a deal to you? I know your family's been tight for cash, but at least you brothers were united once. But now, you brothers are at each other's throats. This is exactly what you wanted. Zhang Fan, one day you'll regret this.
Are you here to lecture me, or to stick up for your sweetheart? You can't even keep your own man in line. What gives you the right to talk down to me?
You keep saying Yongzhao did you wrong, but what on earth did he do to hurt you? Spit it out.
Miss Che, you're gonna believe me if I say that. You believe me when I say I pulled you out of that house fire that day. You believe me when I say I didn't sell you out. That day, Wuxi made me trade one arm for your safety. I agreed. Still think you'd buy that. In your book, Zhang Yong's always a good guy, and I've always been a total monster.
Within just a dozen seconds, Sister Yumo's expression shifted. Surprise, suspicion, contemplation. Finally, it went cold.
Son! I wanted to believe you too, but that is not what I saw. The day the fire broke out, I woke up right in Brother Yong's arms, and you were still in a coma. How could a comatose person possibly save anyone else? You said that day, Wu Qi, she decided to let me go just cause of you. All I saw was Yongji hurt, and not a single scratch on you. Tell me, how am I supposed to trust you?
Cut it out. I'm just a no-good jerk. Aren't you satisfied now? You said you never wanted to see me again ever. Let me tell you this too. I don't want to see you either. God damn it. Don't bother me ever again.
I was absolutely seething back then. When Sister Yumo heard me grumbling and cursing, she gritted her teeth and seethed with anger. Just then, Wu Qian showed up with a group of rich kids and let the others in first. After glancing at Sister Yumo, she walked over and said,
Zhang Fan, what does he want with you? I'm warning you, you belong to me. Don't do me any wrong, or you'll end up worse than that jerk Zhang Yang.
Why don't you ask if he is married? You said he is yours. Did you ask his wife about that?
You've been married before.
So you still think he is as honest and straightforward as he looks? And he even told me he likes me. If you don't mind that he is a married man, then I wish you both happiness. Zhang Fan, this is the last time I'll look for you. From now on, we're total strangers.
Sister Yumo finished talking and drove off. Son of a bitch. Everyone was staring at me weirdly. I walked into an empty private room. Wu Chan let go of my hand and kicked me right on the leg.
She pointed right at my nose and snapped. Be honest and tell me the truth.
Have you already gotten married?
She threatened, if you dare hide the truth,
You'll pay heavily for this.
I thought to myself, have I ever been married?
what is it to you?
Absolutely. If you're married, it'll mess up my plans.
What plan? What are you up to again?
Just tell me first. Are you married?
I sighed, then shook my head.
So that woman just now said you were married?
This is all. Zhang Yang's little trick.
You mean, actually that woman's into you. Zhang Yang only wanted to win her over, so he lied to her, saying you were married. Every fight between you and Zhang Yang boils down to that woman.
Miss Wu, you're the Wu family's daughter, after all, and a well-known socialite. Can you stop speaking so harshly? Sister Yumo was just tricked by Zhang Yang's facade. She is not the woman you're talking about.
Oh, so you're sticking up for her now. She only has eyes for Zhang Yang. There's no place for you, Zhang Fan. You're really sticking up for him like this. Don't you think you're being cheap too?
Cheap. That's a harsh thing to swallow though, but on second thought. Actually, what Wu Qian said does make sense. Sister Yumo thinks I'm a bad person, yet I'm always looking out for her. What else would you call this but a simp? I was feeling restless, then glanced at Wu Qian.
Please don't come around here to support my business anymore. You've spent quite a bit here these days. I know they only showed up here because of you, but this isn't right. I don't feel good keeping this money.
You're the shopkeeper, and we're just customers. We're happy to spend here. What is there to be uneasy about?
I don't think things are as simple as he made it sound. Cut to the chase. What exactly do you want me to do? But I'm not that capable. I might not be much help to you.
Wu Qian suddenly sat right in front of me. She smiled softly and fixed her eyes on me.
You're actually pretty sharp. I want you to be my boyfriend.
I shot up out of my chair, looking confused. What is with all this excitement?
You also think I'm ugly. Looks like you and Zhang Yang are both totally lacking in taste.
You come from a noble family, and I don't deserve you.
You don't actually mind that I'm ugly, do you?
I kept shaking my head.
Be my boyfriend then. I'll get you anything you want. Anything money can fix. I can take care of all that for you.
Miss Wu, can money buy real love?
Of course not.
Now that you get this, so why ask me to be your boyfriend? You know, I like someone else, a woman.
You all actually like him. What is even great about him? Isn't he just a little better looking than me? If this birthmark on my left eye wasn't more eye-catching than hers, I won't let that woman get away with this. I heard her parents run a herbal medicine business and made a decent profit a few years back. Here in Laikeng, I can bring the Chen family to ruin with a single word. Believe it.
I don't doubt Wu Qian's clout, but money lets people do whatever they want without consequences. Seeing I didn't say a word, Wu Qian gave me a sidelong glance and kept talking.
Wanna think about being my boyfriend? It is all gain, no downside for you.
After saying that, Wu Qian suddenly took out her phone. She tapped the screen a few times with her elegant fingers.
Check this out.
I glanced at her phone. It was an electronic real estate contract. The house in this contract is exactly my family's old home, and the seller is Zhang Yong. The buyer is someone named Hu Zheng.
How did you get this contract?
Wu Chen just smiled at me without saying a word. A wild thought suddenly crossed my mind.
I asked hesitantly, did you buy my house?
What is wrong? Your house is only worth 700 to 800 tops, but I offered 1 million. Zhang Yong's so greedy. Why wouldn't he sign right away?
1 million. Wait, Zhang Yang said it was 400.
I read through the contract carefully. It actually said 1 million. It finally clicked. Turns out Zhang Yang took 800. Jerk. I've been so confused this whole time. He actually had the nerve to hand me money. So that's why he's got a guilty conscience.
I heard you've been against selling the house this whole time, since this house was left to you by your folks. So you're clearly a sentimental person. Look, let's make a deal. If you'll be my boyfriend for 3 months, I'll give the house right back to you. Once we strike the deal, the house is yours alone and has nothing to do with Zhang Yang deal.
3 months for $1 million. That's over 300 a month. Even though I know Wu Chen's not short on cash. But damn, she's filthy rich, huh? What kind of family can even keep up with her extravagant spending? I'm really tempted, though definitely not for the money. I want the house back, but at the same time, I'm really worried. Why did Wu Chen go through all this trouble just to make me her boyfriend? I'm not exactly ugly, but there are plenty of people more attractive than me. There's definitely no romantic motive behind what Wu Chen did.
Be a real man. Quit being so indecisive like a woman. You'll never amount to anything. Give it to me straight. Are you gonna say yes or no?
I was so flustered, and I just agreed on a whim. Thing is, I never saw this coming. Wu Chen just walked out and announced we were dating. Those rich kids who came with her swarmed right up around me. They were so overly friendly, just like old pals we've grown up with. Wu Chen and her crew hung out super late that day before heading out. After seeing them off, Chubbs immediately leaned right in and said,
Brother Fan, you've hit the big time. Don't you dare forget about me. Bro, I'll make you tea, run errands, slave away, and do whatever you say. Brother Fan.
I gave Chubbs an annoyed eye roll.
It's not as simple as you think. I'll never make it big either.
Brother Fan, it looks like you still don't see me as your real buddy.
Get to work. Quit dreaming about all those pipe dreams.
Brother Fan, look, there's something I've been dying to ask you. What happened between you and Brother Young to make things this way? Did this have something to do with Sister Yumo? Simon, I can tell even without you saying a word, you've had a crush on Sister Yumo since you were a kid.
Just thinking about Sister Yumo makes my chest ache a little. How can you just forget someone you've loved for years? I forced a smile and didn't engage with what Pengzi said. The next morning, I just finished breakfast at Aunt Wang's. Wu Chen showed up looking for me right away.
Zhang Fan, since you're my boyfriend, don't you think you should take me shopping?
Miss Wu, I'm just your fake boyfriend.
Who cares about fake or not? A fake boyfriend still counts as a boyfriend.
I don't have time. My shop's out of ingredients. I need to go get ingredients.
Just have Pengzi take care of this small stuff. Your job is to keep me happy and entertained. Money's not the point. Worst comes to worst. I'll take care of you.
I just rolled my eyes. Rich folks really talk so tough, but I caved to Wu Qian's threats and bribes. I finally caved and agreed. Wu Qian was driving a convertible, going fast with strong wind blowing. Her silky long hair flowed in the wind, looking sharp and confident. She wore a knitted cardigan. She wore plaid trousers, simple but stylish, no makeup. She radiated total confidence from head to toe. A few dozen minutes later, Wu Qian pulled up outside a fancy mall. The mall was packed with people. Wu Qian led me to the 4th floor. This whole floor is men's clothing. Later on, I finally realized. Turns out, she wanted to buy me some clothes. I'm a guy. Having a woman buy me clothes. I really couldn't bring myself to do that. Plus, we weren't that close yet, so I gently turned her down.
But Wu Qian retorted, there is nothing here you'd actually like.
Nah, I've got clothes already.
Look at your outfit. What woman would even glance your way twice? Ugh, so tacky. You're now Wu Qian's boyfriend. Even if you don't care about your own pride, you still need to think about how I feel. Look, when I take you out, but you look so frumpy and tacky. How humiliating. Waiter, bring the priciest men's clothes in here.
I glanced down at my clothes. While they're all cheap, but they're super comfy to wear. The waiter lit up the second he realized Wu Qian had money to burn. He quickly brought over a few decent outfits and said to me, "Sir,
try these on first to make sure they fit." But Wu Qian cut him off immediately. No need to try them on. Wrap them all up.
Her entire demeanor screamed young rich girl. I was about to speak, but a sharp look from Wu Qian shut me up. When we reached checkout, the waiter said the 3 outfits total 19,800 yuan.
I clicked my tongue in surprise, then whispered to Wu Chen, "Forget it. That's too expensive. Wearing such pricey clothes would be totally overkill for me."
Does this little cash even matter?
Swipe the card. I have no words. I spent ages wandering around the mall that day. My legs just won't cooperate anymore. Wu Qian looked pretty tired too, actually. So she took me to a nearby cafe to kick back for a bit. It was really nice inside, with a soft, sweet scent in the air. Soft, calming background music set the perfect vibe. Before too long, 3 young people walked in. As the saying goes, ill-matched folks always cross paths. I couldn't agree more. Yep. That is Zhang Yong and Sister Yumo. A suited young man stood beside them, warmly greeting Zhang Yong and Sister Yumo. Wu Qian and I sat in an out-of-the-way corner, so when Zhang Yong and Sister Yumo came in, they didn't spot us 3 at all. After they sat down, the suited guy smiled and said, "Mr. Zhang, Miss Chen, you've got a great eye. That apartment has a great floor plan, and plenty of natural light."
They're planning to buy a house. It seems they're getting married.
Hearing that word marriage left a bad taste in my mouth, but I put on a straight face and acted like nothing was wrong.
Manager Lee, that is all for now. We'll talk it over first. If everyone's okay with it, we'll get back to you later.
All right. I'll wait for your call, both of you.
After the suited guy left, Yumo, what do you think of that house?
Are you happy with it? It's all about the price.
Good homes don't stay on the market long. so it's pretty normal for sellers to hike prices out of nowhere. If you're happy with it, put down the deposit. I already sold my old house. I'm a grown guy. I can't keep crashing at your place forever. I know you're okay with that. But after I've been here a while, I'm worried your folks might not approve.
So I need to sort out my housing situation first. Besides, didn't your folks ask us to get engaged first? It'd look bad if word gets out that we got engaged without a house.
But you only have 200 though. The most I can scrape together is 200. That house is 2 million. Say more.
Zhang Yang sold his old place for $1 million, gave me 200, so he's got 800 left over. But Yumo said she only has 200. In other words, how much the house sold for. Actually, even Yumo has no clue. That's so like Zhang Yang though. If he claims he's got 800, Sister Yumo will definitely doubt this. So I just said I only had 200. Sister Yumo's family is pretty well off. That way, I can scam over a meal from Yumo. Total genius.
Those two cheating bastards make my blood boil. Zhang Fan, let's get out of here. This dump lets anyone waltz right in. This young lady will never set foot here again.
The second Wu Qian said that, both Zhang Yang and Sister Yumo looked over. Zhang Yang's eyes were filled with suppressed fury, but with Wu Qian present, he could only bite his tongue and stay quiet.
Wu Qian, we've tolerated you long enough, but you've really gone too far. I know Brother Yong went after you back then, but that's all in the past now. Why do you have to be so pushy? Even if you're the young miss of the Wu family, you can't trample others' dignity, can you?
The word dignity coming out of your mouth just reeks of sarcasm. You don't even blush. I'm so embarrassed for you. One's heartless and ungrateful, the other's blind to true colors. You two are a pair of worthless scumbags. Couldn't agree more.
Even if I were blind to who's really worth it, I could still tell right from wrong. I know who's good and who's a bad egg. The other day, he said he liked me, but he started dating you right away. How could you even fall for a hypocrite like him? Which one of us is really the blind one here?
You're definitely the one blind to real character. Is there comparison between Zhang Yang and Zhang Fan? He doesn't even deserve to polish Zhang Fan's shoes. Look at that sanctimonious creep putting on a polite front. He's definitely not nearsighted at all. And he's still wearing those beat-up glasses. He's dying for everyone to know he's a college grad. So what if he has a college degree? A vain, cold, and ungrateful person will never amount to much in life. Even though Zhang Fan didn't even finish high school, but at least he's a loyal, decent guy. I just like him.
So, loyal and righteous. Really, I really had no clue at all.
Which is exactly why I said you're blind to good people.
Oh, sure. Then let's grill you, Miss Wu. How exactly is Zhang Fan such a loyal, honorable guy? Who on earth has he ever been loyal and kind to?
Wu Qian sighed helplessly, then stepped up to Zhang Yang and studied him with a sneer. Hey, Chen.
Do you honestly think this scum is a good guy? Let me level with you. Back then, he pulled out all the stops to win me over. Then, I later found out. Turns out he has been messing around with tons of women. And there are loads of women who had abortions for him. This scumbag who toys with women, isn't he just heartless and ungrateful? Compared to him, Zhang Fan's only had eyes for you this whole time. Don't you think he is loyal and righteous?
Yumo, don't listen to his nonsense. I'm not that kind of person. When in school, I focused on finishing studies. How could I have had time to deceive many people?
Brother Yong, you don't have to explain. After all these years, what kind of person are you? Don't I know you well enough?
No wonder you risked your life to pull him out of the fire that day. But in the end, he put all that gratitude onto this scumbag. Zhang Fan, what you did was totally not worth it. But hey, if you're good to me, I'll notice that, and I'll remember it.
With that, he walked over. He linked his arm through mine.
I was in a great mood until I ran into these two jerks. Zhang Fan, let's go somewhere else.
I'd wanted to get back the money Zhang Yang made from selling his house that day, but Wu Chen practically dragged me along, so we just ended up leaving. As I was leaving, I noticed the look Sister Yumo gave Zhang Yang, which carried its first hint of suspicion. Given all that has happened, she must have realized Zhang Yang isn't as upright as he looks. But Zhang Yang is a smooth talker and good at putting on a facade. Sister Yumo might not uncover his true colors. Shortly after Wu Qian and I left that KFE, we ran into two men in black. The two men were tall and sturdy, like trained fighters.
Get out of my way, you stupid cur!
Miss Wu, my young master invites you to dinner. Please honor us by coming.
He wants to treat me to dinner. Do I really have to go? What does that make me? Wu Qian, that's so laughable. Now go tell Qinhua I have no interest in him at all, and I've already got a boyfriend. Tell him to leave me alone from now on.
At that moment, Wu Qian linked her arm through mine. Even a fool could tell that our relationship is anything but ordinary. The two burly guys stared at me coldly, then said, Miss Wu.
You better say this to Mr. Qin face to face.
With that, one of them started to drag Wu Qian away. Though Wu Qian was always headstrong, but she's still just a woman after all. How could she ever stand a chance against them? They lifted her like a helpless chick. She had no way to fight back at all.
Zhang Fan, save me,
quick.
Gritting my teeth, I charged forward, but I hadn't even made a move yet. Then one of the burly thugs kicked me flat on the ground.
Scram before you get yourself killed.
I couldn't reel myself in when my stubborn, donkey-like, brute strength kicked in. I got back up, charged forward again, then leaped into the air, using the momentum, and tackled both men straight to the ground.
Get moving now.
But you, I can barely hold on. Go now.
I pinned both men down hard. When it comes to fisticuffs, I'm no match for them, but my burst strength is pretty impressive. Spent 4 years in the coal mines. No other skills to speak of. Just brute strength. Wu Qian hesitated a moment, then hopped in and drove off.
The guy got up, gave me a few hard kicks, and snarled. Don't play dead. Go chase Wu Qian, now!
Before long, those two drove off too. Zhang Yong and the sister Yumo stepped out of the cafeti. They caught sight of me looking a total mess.
Mooching off the Wu family ain't that easy. You actually think Miss Wu likes you. She's just stringing you along.
Sister Yumo rushed over to help me up. You okay?
Which part hurts?
Yumo, he had it coming. Don't feel sorry for him.
It is nothing. A little scrape's no big deal. I've taken way worse hits these past 4 years.
Sister Yumo's brows furrowed slightly, her eyes brimming with suspicion.
That serves you right. Yumo, let's go.
Zhang Yang must have feared Sister Yumo would figure something out, so he hauled her off right after. A few minutes later, I left the commercial street. A convertible pulled right up in front of me.
Zhang Fan, you okay? If it weren't for you just now, they definitely would have taken me away.
Thank you for taking those kicks for me. I'm fine. You shook those guys off.
Shaking them off was totally a piece of cake. Get in. I'll drive you to the hospital for a checkup.
I'm really okay. No need to go to the hospital.
You sure?
I nodded earnestly.
That is a relief. You saved me today. How can I ever thank you? Let me treat you to dinner.
As he talked, he shoved me into the car. Then we headed to a fancy restaurant. The prices there were insane. I couldn't believe it. Any random dish costs hundreds of bucks. They're totally ripping off their customers. Yet that idiot, Wu Qian, only ordered the priciest dishes every time. All in all, the meal plus drinks cost over 10,000 yuan.
Are you full?
Honestly, I was only half full back then, but the prices there were way too steep. So I just said I was full. Wu Qian pulled out her phone to pay the bill, but suddenly she blurted out.
Oh no, there is no money left on my card.
Wu Qian dropped nearly 20,000 yuan on clothes for me. I'd intended to transfer that cash to her, so I said I'd cover the meal.
Are you loaded? Follow me.
Right as I trotted after her to the door, Wu Qian suddenly seized my hand and yelled, "Run!" Before I could even react, Wu Qian hauled me out immediately. Restaurant staff spotted us, ditching the bill and swarmed out after us.
How dare you dine and dash here? Catch them! Don't let them get away!
That was my first time dining and dashing, and I'll tell you what, it was so exhilarating. We sprinted through 2 blocks. As we passed the park, we bolted inside, grounds lush with green trees. Wu Qian pulled me, hid us in the bushes. We hunkered down, gasping for air. They didn't spot us, so they just grumbled and left.
Over 10,000 yuan. Was it really worth risking your life over this? I'm so beat, I could keel over.
Miss Wu, they won't spot us, will they? I don't care either way. But you're the Wu family's young lady. If word gets out, it'll ruin your reputation.
Do you know who runs that restaurant? Qinghua? The 2 men in black we ran into are Qinhua's men.
It finally clicked for me. It turned out Wu Qian wasn't broke. She never actually meant to pay. Thinking of this, I couldn't help but smile. This girl's actually kind of fun.
What is with the silly grin?
She looked at me nervously, and she clearly misunderstood.
Nothing. I just thought a privileged young lady like you would actually do something like this. That caught me off guard a bit.
What is so wrong with being a rich young lady? Rich young ladies aren't that special. They've left. Let's head out.
After seeing Wu Qian off in the afternoon, I headed to the barbecue stall. Just as I got close, I spotted a familiar BMW parked out front. It was Sister Yumo's car. Could Zhang Yong be back to stir up trouble again? At that thought, I strode over. The waiter spotted me coming over. He hurried right over and said to me, "Boss."
The Chen guy came back last night. Where is he? I was chatting with Boss He in the private room.
I nodded, then headed over to the private room. When I got to the door, I happened to overhear Pangzi say, "Sister Yumo."
We've hung out together since we were little. I don't think Brother Fan is the kind of person you talked about. There must be some misunderstanding between you two. And I can see that. Actually, the one Brother Fan likes is still you. But you're with Brother Young now. Brother Fan must be feeling upset too.
He Qiang, did you hear Zhang Fan got married already?
Married? What are you talking about? No way. I've been working at his BBQ joint with Brother Fan for nearly a month straight. We've spent tons of time together lately. If Brother Fan actually got married, then his wife would definitely hit him up, right? I couldn't possibly have missed that. Yumo sis, who tipped you off that Brother Fan got married? Was it Brother Yong?
Yeah, they're actual brothers by blood. Brother Yong wouldn't mess around with something like this, would he? Brother Yong said he actually got married ages ago. Thing is, he moved into his wife's family as a son-in-law. And they're pretty well off. Back when Yong was in college, Zhang Fan also sent him a lot of money. So, Zhang Fan figures he paid for all of Yong's college. That's exactly what's causing the rift between these 2 brothers.
Wait, that's not right. The first time I met Fan last month, he said after dropping out, he went to work in a coal mine in Shanxi. And he mined the coal there for 4 whole years. Not long before he got back, the coal mine caved in. He almost got buried alive, you know. So every penny he has is hard-earned, nothing from mooching off others. Sister Yumo, you totally misunderstood, Brother Fan.
Coal mine.
When Sister Yumo said those 2 words, her tone was clearly off. Right then, the waiter was shouting outside.
Boss Zhang, we've got a customer.
The waiter didn't realize I was eavesdropping on Pengzi and others, so he shouted loudly. I frowned slightly. Now that we've been found out, let's drop the pretense. I pushed the door open and said flat out, Fatty, we got guests. Why aren't you working? Fatty, seeing I was dead serious, immediately shrank his neck and slunk off sheepishly.
Miss Chen, stay away from here from now on.
We don't want you around here. Then I turned and left. Sister Yumo let out a sharp shout, stood up and stepped in front of me.
Glaring at me sternly, she said, Stop! You're serious?
What's it to you if I'm married or not?
Sister Yumo's face drained white with rage. She grabbed my hand, flipped my fingers over to check my palm, then froze. I did 4 years of manual labor. My palms were thick with calluses. After all this time off, the calluses were starting to flake off too. Those hands, definitely not a freeloader's hands.
Zhang Fan, look at your hands.
That's how it goes for folks with hard luck.
You dropped out of school just to put your brother through school.
Sister Yumo looks like she just went through a terrible ordeal. Her face was pale and strained, and her eyes held a mix of conflicting emotions.
I don't have a brother, and I don't have any family ties at all. Right now, all I care about is money.
When your house caught fire that day, the person who saved me was really you.
A cold-hearted, ungrateful person like me, would I really risk my life to save you? Mr. Chen, you're overthinking it. It was Zhang Yong who saved you. That whole hero saving, the damsel thing. Only he can pull that off. Guests are here. I gotta go help out. Make herself at home.
With that said, I walked out with a cold, straight face. When Yumo came to pick someone up, he wore a complicated look. He kept glancing over at me now and then. From the barbecue stall to the parking spot. It is only a few dozen meters, yet he took a minute or 2 to walk over.
Bring your boss here.
I turned and glanced over. The young man was in his late 20s, well-dressed. He looked calm and collected, with a faint aristocratic air. I walked over and said,
Hello, it is me.
The waiter saw me walking over and headed off to work.
Are you Zhang Fan?
I nodded.
Do you know who I am?
My last name is Qin. Qin. I froze for a moment. Could he be Qinhua?